So Super Scribblenauts is the sequel to Scribblenauts, which was a game where you could literally write anything and bring it to life and use that to solve puzzles. In this game, there's adjectives, which is a huge new feature, and better everything. That's why it's called Super, right? So better level design, better level editor, cooler title screen, and better objects. So in Super Scribblenauts, the adjective systems are actually really deep. You can not only just write one adjective like a color, like red baby, you could actually write demonic, floating, telepathic baby, and that'll work too, and you'll actually get a demonic baby that floats and scares everybody, and it's really bad. And telekinetic, or telepathic, it actually makes things float around it. It's a horrible mess. You don't want to actually write that. So the gameplay from Super Scribblenauts to Scribblenauts has changed drastically. In the first game, we actually divided levels between action and puzzle. Now that's focused mostly on puzzle, and that was based on a lot of fan feedback and reviewers who said, these action levels are kind of simple because I can kind of do things like I can write rope and gun and something to fly like a helicopter and solve a lot of levels. So in this game we basically said, okay, well, we'll make every individual puzzle unique so that every single level is different and requires a unique answer. Not only that, but the levels are actually deeper, so they're actually multi-staged, which is really awesome. So before in the original one it was like, do this one thing and then, the level's done. Now we have all these different stages and hints to actually help per stage so that people can have this robust experience over the 120 levels. So it's less levels, but they're way deeper and way more robust. And so one of the last things we fixed, or actually one of the first things we fixed, was the controls. So in the original game you can only use stylus controls, but now in this game you can use D-pad or stylus, which you can switch on the fly by pressing the pause button. And you just select the D-pad, and there you go. When you're playing with the D-pad, B jumps, or if you're lefty, the buttons are the D-pad and up jumps. So one last thing is we added the adjectives. We added about 10,000 new adjectives and about 1,000 new words. But on top of adding new words, we actually separated a lot of words out to make sure that people were saying, oh well, this word and that word are kind of similar and they use a similar art. But we said in this game we said, well, let's actually pull that out even farther and make all kind of unique words with unique subsets and unique art and unique properties. So we spent a lot of time revamping that because we wanted to make the system as robust as possible. When you're doing a game that's this innovative and this different, it's really hard to kind of really nail it the very first time. So we're like, well, there's so much more we could do to make this game better. So that's why we came out with the second one. So that's why it's Super. So this is Super Scribblenauts, and it's coming out October 12th for the Nintendo DS.